Hey, I'm Danny.
And I'm Tiff.
And this is BossSIS.
Okay, Terry, I made it.
You made
it. I love that. I love that for me.
I love that for you.
I love that for you too.
Yes.
Welcome. Today we are going to have the one, the only Kenia Niami as our special guest. And we are going to be talking about owning your seat at the table, no matter what table you're at. I am so excited to have Kenia here. We've had some really exciting and really authentic conversation about who we are and what we stand for and how to represent that in any place that we are. And I am so excited just to have you.
Yes, because we all deserve a seat at the table.
For sure.
Period.
Okay. For sure.
Well,
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am 46 years old. So I've
Ooh.
got a lot of years.
46 where?
Period.
46
Yes.
where?
Well, I am a mom. I have 5 beautiful children. I actually have 1 grandchild. And one of the things I really begin to realize as far as when you sit at the table, no matter where you're sitting at, to always make sure you bring what you bring to the table and knowing what that is. I've learned that in my leadership experience. Since I was like 18 years old, I became a supervisor. And it was the hardest challenge because I was faced with having to work with people who were older than I am, people who were younger, people who didn't want me to have the job. And a lot of times, I heard you guys talking about this in one of your other episodes, just about people having to deal as a Black woman, having to deal with being labeled as the angry Black woman. Whenever you're passionate about something, it's always read wrong.
Yeah.
And I had to learn the hard way that perception that I was giving people was not just their perception of me. It was the one I was giving them. So I had to find a balance between, I call her Cardi, my Cardi side, and my Claire Huxtable side.
I love
I'm trying to bring more Claire into the 2025. But it's really about just knowing who you are. And so, yes, I can be educated. And yes, I am confident enough that no matter if I'm sitting with a president or Beyonce or whomever it is, that I know who I am. And being able to instill that in young people is so, so important, because once you know who you are, the sky is the limit. And I love that.
Yes.
That's what this show, I feel like, is doing for us. It's letting us see the rawness of that sky's the limit, but on a personal level, so you can actually attain it and feel like it's attainable.
Talk more about what that looked like when you were perceived as the angry Black woman, and now you're perceived as something else. And where did that shift happen for you?
It's still shifting.
It's still shifting.
Transparent.
Yes.
We love it.
I call them my McDonald's moments.
Yes, that's why.
When I'm not as in control of the emotion and the passion. My little sister had said it to me one time. She said, "Nee, it's not that you're not saying what we need to hear," but she was like, "You're getting lost in all the passion and emotion, so we're missing it because we all try to figure out why you're being so crazy." So I think that in leadership specifically, it's important about us to have our footage and know our ground, but also get control. And that is the biggest thing, that self-control, because it doesn't matter what I'm saying if you're not listening. And so I have to wait for the right time, and knowing when to speak and knowing when to be quiet and knowing when to give them that Claire Huxtable stare, because you're listening, but you're slow to speak. And so I think that's really been a challenge for me.
I love that you said that.
Really good feedback. I think that we as women, we're already deemed as emotional creatures, right? We're deemed as emotional creatures, and it's really, really easy for us to become the angry Black woman.
Right.
And once we gain control over that, and once we learn how to like really channel all that energy and make it positive energy, then we're heard. Unfortunately, it's crazy because every other culture doesn't have to go through that. But for us, it's a training ground. And I love that you said that. And that's something that we're going to do at BossSIS. We're going to learn how to control those emotions so that we're heard and we're understood rather than just seen.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So yeah, thank you for that. That's awesome.
Yes.
Danny, what about you? Have you had moments where you've had moments where maybe your emotions got the best of you?
All the time. You know this. You know this. Okay, so in childcare, we have an accountant.
Yeah.
Shout out to our accountant.
Shout out.
Jones Tech
Hey,
Accounting.
we love her.
We love you guys. And I know that I'm your biggest headache because I wear my emotions on the outside.
Indeed.
So when I get that phone call and it's text time, I explode, right?
Yeah.
And I feel attacked. And I don't know how to express myself correctly.
Yeah.
And I'm getting it's like the passion, I'm getting upset. And like, I feel like what I'm trying to get across is not being heard, right? Because all you can hear is my anger, my attitude, my emotion. But really, I'm just trying to understand, right? Yeah. And that's where my BossSIS comes in, Tiffany, right? Yes. And she explains that to me and it brings me down. It gets me together. You always got to have that friend.
Yeah.
It gets you together.
Bring it down tonight.
You know, and it's still a teachable moment. I'm learning. Indeed. I'm learning. Indeed. I shut down. I shut down. I get quiet. I get upset. But again, it's good to have those people in your circle to support you and be behind you and let you know, like, it's okay. You don't have to crash out right now.
Right.
Like, it's, you know, so.
That's what the kids say. They be like,
they do. They do. They do.
You tried it.
That is so good. And as long as you're learning what they say, you're not losing.
Right.
So coming in, I feel like that's a great call out because coming in with the expectation that I don't have to know it all. I heard y'all say that before. So that's one of the things I think helps in leadership is realizing you don't need to be the smartest person in the room. And the great leaders will tell you they surround themselves around smart people.
For sure.
Because that iron sharpens iron.
For
so
sure.
I think like what you said about having the transparency of knowing that, you know, I have some bad moments. I'm still learning. I'm still moving.
Yes.
That is the part that makes you great.
Yes.
Indeed. And just to piggyback off of what you said, I don't even know if you know this, but one of the reasons why, you know, Kenia and I even connected was simply because iron sharpens iron. Yes. I feel like in my own life, there aren't too many people that can sharpen me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm always the sharpener.
Yes.
But I'm not the sharpenee.
Yes.
Kenia has always been, seriously, that person for me that can say, nope, that's not how we're going to do this. We're going to turn down. And that's what this is about. Building community, building networks, holding each other accountable. Accountability is it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's the village.
It's the village.
It's the village mentality. And I love that in both of your respective spaces, you guys bring that not just at this level with our peers, but also to our youth, our children, that they get a chance to see that even at their age, they can support each other. Yes. We don't hear that enough, you know, especially in today's like worlds. Yeah. It's not the thing to support somebody else while they're out there doing it. So I love the fact that this is being platformed, especially for y'all who are younger.
That's
you
right.
Don't think that you need it, but you do.
Because on social media and on these reality TV shows, they highlight violence and negative energy between females, and we got to argue and we got to fight. And it's like, no, that's not reality. This is reality.
This is
it's not cute.
And it's not cute. Exactly. And it's just good to have your girls, someone that you could call on, look up to, talk to, and hold each other accountable. Like we said, you know, we don't have to fight. We don't have to tear each other down.
I love that.
So yeah, I love y'all. By the way.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh man, we always say these I love you.
But they need to hear that more because somebody else was saying that the other day that some people that might be the only I love you that you've heard that day.
Yeah.
That some people hear. Some people actually have families that don't make that a regular practice. I heard somebody say that their parent that never said
I've heard that too.
And I was like, oh my God, but that's our norm. So the fact that this is a space where we're constantly encouraging and lifting up and building, the sky is really the limit. And I heard you say this before, and I know I could talk forever, so I'm gonna shut up. But I heard you say that before, where you said that it's not fun being up here by myself.
It's
like
not.
For those who want to just keep all the secrets and be the gatekeeper for all the information, you're doing yourself a disservice.
It's lonely. It's lonely at the top. I don't want to be by myself.
I know that's
so y'all gonna come with me, and that's just it. And that's really what it's about.
Love it. So for those who have the dreams, let's 6 sips.
But we should cheers to everything we just talked about. Cheers. My cup is different. I'm sorry.
BossSIS.
I love it. How do you manage the friendship? And because I heard you talk about the friendship and the business, how do you manage it? You said that you never argued before. So how do you manage it? Is it like really just knowing who you are, and is it helpful?
Can I just start with that?
Yeah, that's a really good question, eh?
It's God.
Indeed.
Want to do it?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Shata.
Tiffany and I, like before anything, Tiffany and I are Christians.
We are.
And we're
Very
sisters
much
in
so.
Christ. And I know it's God. It's only God, because there's nothing else that can build this type of foundation with friendship and business.
Indeed.
Like,
love it.
Indeed.
we keep God first.
All the time. And when there are hard times, we're always going back. We're like,
Yes.
Lord, what can we do? How can we do this? And
Yes.
that's just consistent. Just like they say in marriages,
Mhm.
God has to be in your relationship.
Yes.
It's the same thing with friendship.
Yes.
It really
yes.
is. And you do have to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people that are equally yoked.
Yup.
It's so
Come on,
important.
Pastor. Offer me.
It's so
Sent me
important.
something about that the other day
Yes.
on Instagram, talking about being equally yoked. Like,
It's
yes.
a real
Yes,
thing.
that's a
And
real
like,
thing.
that
we
is
always
true.
automatically attribute that to man and woman. But
Right.
it's not.
Right.
It's not. It's
It's
really
friendship
about
too.
friendship and
Yes.
making sure that you're really around people that think like you, believe
Yes.
like you,
Yes.
feel like you. Because if you don't, they're just going to bring you down.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that there's like not being a Christian is a bad thing. That's not it.
Right.
Because you can have relationships that are, I guess, not necessarily I'm
The
Christian, you're
religion.
not.
Whatever religion
But
you
the
are.
foundation and
Yes.
the principles, they are still there and they're very much present. And
Yes.
that's what keeps us going and keeps us motivated.
Absolutely.
I'm able to bring her in and reel her back in when she's going off on a tangent, because she knows what's right and she knows what's wrong. And I'm just here to bring her back to reality.
Absolutely. And it's also, we treat each other like equals.
Yeah, indeed.
Right? When you're in business with someone and they always want to be bossy
Indeed.
and call the shots and tell you what to do, where do you fit in that?
Nowhere.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, we both know how to make each other feel equally as important.
Indeed.
And that's how we're successful.
Indeed.
Right? Like, we'll have ideas. We even have roles in our
Indeed,
business.
we do.
You know,
We do.
like, and we do so well with those roles and holding each other accountable and supporting each other. For those who don't know, in our childcare business, I am the face of the business and Tiffany is behind the scenes. And
But I said that from day one. I said, listen, I'm going to go into partnership with you, but I will not be there. I will not be doing this. I will not be doing that. I
Yes.
was very clear about what I wanted my role to be, and she understood that.
But those behind the scenes roles are so important
Mhm.
because it's the oil, right? Like, it just keeps everything rolling.
sure.
And like, even though you don't see her, it's like without that part, the business could crumble, you know? So it's really just,
call out.
like
Yeah.
just being like treating each other as
It's
equals.
so funny that you talked about roles.
Mhm.
I do a lot of committee planning. Anything that I do, I work in a committee. Like I just know delegation is the way to
Yes.
get things done because I can't do everything by myself.
Right.
So a lot of the times when we're even on committees, people are like, "Oh, she didn't do this. She didn't do this. She didn't do this." But what people aren't recognizing is that everybody has a strength.
Yes.
And you are supposed to play off of each person's strength.
Yes.
Your strength might not be my strength.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? And it doesn't mean that I'm doing less than you.
Right.
It just means that's not my gift. I'm not working in my purpose. I want to work in my purpose.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Mhm.
I love that. And that's a great call out as far as leadership is in general. It's knowing people's strengths.
Yes.
That makes you a great leader. Again, going back to, you don't have to know it all. And I think that that's the biggest thing that I find that some business owners, I think, go wrong in, is that they're trying to do everything and you'll get to a burnout.
Oh my
And not to
gosh.
mention the greatest strength is being able to reproduce
Yes.
more of you.
Indeed.
So that's
Indeed.
how you can tell when you're actually successful.
You taught me that. You know you taught me that. Right?
Yeah,
Because
because
But wait,
you taught me that.
this is going full circle because you taught me that.
Yeah,
You know what I
hello,
mean?
hello.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so important.
I'm just repeating what I heard.
Yeah.
I'm just repeating what I heard.
Listen,
Somebody
I'm
taught
the
it for me.
person that I'm like, because I'm thinking financially, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, why pay this person to do that when I can do it? Why pay this person to do that when I can do it? And Tiffany is like, you can't do everything. You
can't
have
do
to learn to
everything.
delegate.
And
You have to.
time.
Oh my
Time
gosh,
is so
yes.
important.
And it's
Because if
just
you
such
are
a-
able to, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, sis. Yeah, go ahead.
No, if you're able to produce at that level and somebody else, I think they call it the 80-20 rule, is somebody, you're able to produce somebody else who's able to do 80% of what you do.
Indeed.
Now you can take your time and go and do something else and replicate that. And it also frees you up to be able to enjoy the space which you're building.
Yes.
Legacy is great to leave to whomever is behind me, but I also want to be able to enjoy some of that legacy while I'm here.
Yes.
And so not to burn out, not to make it so that it becomes a chore, where you actually are following your passion.
Indeed.
And your passion stays your passion while it is creating a paycheck. So I think that's so important.
So important.
Amazing.
And you won't miss things, right?
Right.
When you're trying to do everything, you could miss something.
Details.
Yeah.
Details.
Yes.
Details and precision.
Yeah.
You cannot operate without details and precision, guys.
Yes.
And the only way to do that is to pass off.
I love
You
it.
know what I mean?
No I in team.
Pass.
No,
I
I
love
am
it.
team. I
Yeah.
love that.
Mhm.
We really have an amazing group of women here that can support those dreams, those missions. I love how we just bounce off of each other.
Yes.
It's so natural.
It really
It's so
is.
Yeah.
authentic.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just conversation, guys. And that's what BossSIS is about.
That's right. Bosses.
I love it. I'm a boss, sis.
I'm a boss.
Wow.
So today we had the opportunity to talk about leadership and how no man is no I in team. It's not a one-man show. We can't lead with ego. We have to lead with network,
Yes.
honestly, and building and village. So again, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Kenia Niami,
Kenia.
for coming on our show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you being here. And hopefully we're going to have you again. We're going to see you in your element one day.
That's
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Because we all deserve a seat at the table.
Yes. And don't forget,
Stay boss, sis.